Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin has shown now a little bit of volatility in the recent hour or so. So finally some volatility comes in, but I still can't tell you much new stuff because it's essentially a sideways range in which we are. Near-term pressure seems to be down because there's currently a bit of selling pressure that's coming in. I have to say, just for a general market overview, I mean, today we had or yesterday rather, depending on your time zone, we had our member live stream. Most coins I looked at in the member live stream that were requested. If you join our member live streams every Sunday, you can typically request coins. I can't always cover them all. Time is limited, but still, the ones that I looked at, and I'm sure there were like 20 or so, most of these are actually due another low. Okay, so the altcoins continue to be weak. Of course, that doesn't mean they have to form that one more low, but it is what it is. There's no evidence on any of these altcoin charts that I've seen that really a low has formed, a substantial low. So it might very well be that they are just a little bit clearer than Bitcoin's microstructure, which isn't terribly clear. But yeah, we'll see, because Bitcoin is just in a sideways range, and there is no clear winner for me yet. Either the bulls or the bears, they're both fighting, and the reason you might hear the dog here. Again, the dog. You might hear the you might hear the dog. Yeah, no, you might know. We're in a range, and I've been telling you for the last few weeks that really the situation is unchanged. We haven't really had a change here on the daily chart for many weeks. It's very consistent with previous updates. The support levels remain unchanged. Really, only a break below 75k. The 50% retracement here on the chart is an early warning that a more substantial price top has formed. Below that level, we've got 69k, which will be a more significant warning. And then a break below 52k, roughly, this swing low from the 6th of September, will be further confirmation that a substantial price top has formed. Yeah. So these are the key levels that have to be watched on the daily time frame. Shouldn't be anything new, shouldn't be anything surprising. Obviously, in the short term, it is the 13th of January low, where the price bottomed locally in this range at around 89,500. So let's take a look at the smaller time frame, because all we've seen really are a few changes on the micro level. That's all. We had some distortions on the micro level, but we haven't really seen any game-changing movements here. So the pattern remains sideways oriented, with maybe short-term some weakness because we hold below resistance. Okay, we're also holding above support, but the very short-term trend from the Friday high is clearly down, because we've had a sharp move down and so far only a lower high, and now the market is again consolidating a bit. But there is some selling pressure right now, so we just need to we have to watch two key levels, I think. In the very short term, what really matters, in my opinion, is the swing low that formed on the 18th of February, which is the circle wave 2 low. This is the swing low of the correction of the pullback that happened after the rally that followed the 3rd of February sell-off. And then we had, this wave 2 pullback. And I mean, as long as this level is holding, we at least have a swing low to watch, at least an anchor point on the chart, a previous swing low against which the bulls could drive the price higher. But it doesn't really look like they want to do it. So it really depends on, do we hold this level or not? If we break below it, and that will become more likely with a break below 94,640 as well. But if we break below that swing low there from the 18th of February, it will become more and more probable that the market is following the white wave count to the downside, and could then even drive the price towards 84k, 83k next. Yeah, I'm fairly neutral. I mean, it's normally when we're in a range, and that's my view. I mean, we are clearly in a range. Normally, when we're in a range, I try to establish, okay, which direction is it more likely to break out? But even that's not terribly clear. I mean, let's say I was leaning to the yellow count. Now I'm saying I'm more neutral, because I see the micro patterns develop. And look at this. I mean, we currently see some selling pressure. I don't see a clear long trade setup here. So I think what we need to see from a bullish point of view, we need to see a break above the Friday high minimally at 99,570. And if that is just a break and we fall back into the range, that's not bullish. We certainly don't need to chase any breakout attempt, I think. We need a breakout and a pullback. That's what we need, a successful breakout and then a higher low. And the more relevant level to the upside is, of course, this 3rd of February high at 102,560. So until it breaks out, really, there isn't really a lot of new stuff to talk about. If it goes down, then yeah, I mean, levels are clear. We should see the market then get to, first of all, 91,340, 98,200, or yeah, so this area here, 98,300 rather, to be exact. I think the line is a little too low. No, it's fine. 98,200 is fine. That's the swing low from the 13th of January. Yeah, and below that, we've got the blue target zone, but the move down would have to be also a diagonal pattern, so it's not really trusted. And just by maybe breaking briefly here below the previous swing low, that's also not enough yet. We've had so many failed breakouts. So essentially, it remains key to remain patient. I mean, I'm sure, you know, the best approach at the moment is just to trade the range, I'd say. You can certainly make a little bit of profit, but it's not, you know, anything significant. I think there's not a lot of volatility there. I mean, yeah, maybe we now get finally some follow through, in this case, maybe to the downside, but then that should become clear over the coming sessions. So I'll keep you updated. Not much more to say, really. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you subscribe to our main channel, MCO Global. Here you can find tutorials, additional information about different asset classes. Yesterday, I covered the long-term chart of Ethereum. I talked about Bitcoin on-chain data a few days ago, long-term XRP, PayPal, Tesla, things like that. I also talk about some Elliott Wave trading tips, tutorials, and so on. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. Link is in the description. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.